Hey guys, it's Kyla with the MJC, and I'm here today with the third of our name change documents, the order for name change. But before we get started, as always, just a quick reminder that nothing in this video is intended to be legal advice. It's a video, so I'm not able to analyze your situation and determine whether this is the right process for you, whether there are any red flags or things that might cause trouble, or anything like that. So if you do have questions, I definitely recommend getting some legal advice. You can get brief legal advice for free here in Milwaukee County through the Marquette Volunteer Legal Clinics. If you're not located in Milwaukee County, you can contact the Clerk of Courts for your county to find out what resources are available in your area. All right, so we are on to the last of our name change documents for adults, and the last of the ones that everyone will have to use for name changes with minor children, although there's some others that you might use depending on your situation. So we're going to put the county in this top blank as always, and here we are going to put the name of the person whose name is going to be changed. So again, if we're dealing with a minor child, it's going to be the child's name. If it is an adult name change, it will be the adult's name. And then since last time I did the child's name, this time I'll do the adult one. I'm sorry if it's driving you guys crazy that I'm sort of filling it out a little bit differently each time. Obviously, you'll be consistent. The reason that it's varying a little bit for me is because these videos are viewed by both people who are doing a name change for a minor child and people who are doing a name change for an adult, since the paperwork is the same for the notice and for the order. All right, so you've got that one. You'll notice there's no petitioner or co-petitioner line for this one, so you don't need to worry about that. You don't have a case number yet, so you can go ahead and skip that one. Down here, the petition for name change was heard by. You can enter the name of the court, or the name of the county where the court is located. So here, again, we know it's going to be Milwaukee County. If you know your court date, you'll write it in, but my belief is what happens in most counties is that when you file it, that's when you get a court date. And once you know the court date, that's when you can handwrite it into the order. And then a lot of people will skip the court fine section, but you shouldn't. We're going to go ahead and we're going to fill in as much of this section as we know. So we can leave the date of the hearing blank for now, because until you've turned this in and gotten a court date, you don't know when that hearing date will be. But we know a lot of the information in this court fine section. So the person whose name is to be changed lives in what county? So again, that's repeating information that we've already provided on the petition, but we're going to go ahead and provide it again. So again, for a minor child, you should be including this section of 2 for the county that they live in. If you are doing the name change for an adult, it should be the county in number 2, again, where you live. Here, we're going to put the name that appears in the birth certificate. So for those of you who are adults, it's going to be question 5 you want to match up with. And again, I'm sure most of you know what your name on your birth certificate is, but I just want to be as thorough as I can be. For people doing this for minor children, the name that appears on the child's birth certificate, that's question 4. So you'll make sure that those things match up. So here, the name that appears on the birth certificate. Oh, and make sure it should be first name on that line, on that one, and then that one. So again, first name, middle name, last name, and this should be what appears on the birth certificate. So if you're one of those people where your birth certificate name doesn't match the name that you have used for most of your life, make sure this is the birth certificate name. Then here, the name that you want to go to. And so again, if you're doing this and you want to make sure it lines up like it should, the name you wish to change to for a minor child, that's number 7. And on the adult petition, that is going to be question number 9. So you'll make sure those match. Again, my guess is you guys, this is the easy one, that you know what you want your name to be. And she's becoming Smith. So there, you've got that information. Here you're going to put the address of the person whose name is to be changed. So if you're doing it for yourself as an adult, you'll put your address. If you are doing this as the petitioner for a minor child, then you will put where the minor child lives. So we'll put the address there. Here you're going to put the date of birth. So the date of birth, the birth date for the person whose name is going to be changed. So if you're doing the petition for yourself as an adult, this should be your birth date. If you are filling out the petition for your child, who is, again, under 14, so 13 or younger, then this should be the date of birth for that child. And then here, if there's other info that needs to be provided, typically that would be if you've gotten legal advice and there's something important that they say you need to include. For most folks, that's going to be blank. And then, as you can see, we stop. The court will fill in the rest of this. All right, well, that is all for the order form. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you do have additional questions, during non-pandemic times, you can find us in room G9 of the Milwaukee County Courthouse, where we're happy to answer questions and help fill out paperwork. So I hope that you enjoyed this video series. That is all for now, and I hope that you all go out and represent yourselves well.